This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to BigHeadsMedia.com.
Previously on TV Tuners.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Good news, everyone. I've got a controlling interest in Quibi!
Alright, guys. We have to eat this secret note, each one piece, to make sure that it never gets out again.
Alright, guys. I got the dossier. The indictments are coming.
I'm going to jail?
Whoa. Hey, guys. Welcome to EB Games.
And now, TV Tuners continues.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive into the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and possessed mom, Stairmaster. Yeah, that's sure. That wasn't really how she acted.
I thought she was a little more coherent than that.
Oh, wear something warm, sweetie!
There you go. That sounds like a normal mom. It seems like you drifted from Tasmanian devil to regular mom. Yeah.
Blood!
Okay.
Blood!
That's more like it. And with us back again is our co-host and actual roller
Sweet
of hell
boy.
and pretend demon hunter guy, Kyorain.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? So this is this is sort
Wow,
of
you're
like
such a larger-than-life character.
Yeah. You're like a real snarky, like, asshole character that we're supposed to like, I guess.
Look, you ever notice how people drive like this? And demons drive like this?
It does be like that.
Wow. How's he keep up with the news like that?
So relatable.
Now,
Yeah.
Kyo, you are officially
There
back.
really are inconsiderable differences between the races.
The races, of course, being humans and demons.
Yes.
Of course. Now,
I'm
Kyo,
the bad guy from Yu Yu Hakusho.
you're back from the demon plane. Well, you said you had
You
business
won the dark
to...
tournament.
Yeah, you had business to attend to, which I'm assuming was some sort of dark tournament, but enlighten us.
Well, the dark tournament did happen, and I won. It was actually really easy. Yeah, there was a team of like scrappy teenagers who I easily dispatched.
Oh.
Well done.
All right, good job. None of them had like a
And
spirit
you helped
gun.
that businessman build a portal to hell.
Yeah, I sure did. A lot of money's been in the making for me. Not only because of that, but also for something we're going to reveal in a little while.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm pretty stacked right now.
Oh, you're stacked.
Yeah, I've got stacks of cash
I
behind me,
thought you
in front of me.
meant you were in the chess department.
No, is that what that means? I thought also
I've
meant that
seen
you have
people
money.
described as stacked.
Stacked and
I've heard
racked.
females.
Well, okay, I can have that if I want because I've got a lot of money as well.
Oh, okay. True. It does work that way.
Now, I guess spoilers for Yu Yu Hakusho. Skip ahead a little bit if you don't want. Is it weird that show ends with Yusuke not winning the final fight?
No.
There
Because
was a whole thing about why it ended like that.
Well, there's a meta part, and then there's like the thematic part. The meta part is that the author was locked in a hotel room by Shueisha. And the thematic part is that Yusuke is just growing up, and he's moving beyond all the demon punching stuff.
I guess that's
And
fair.
plus, that fight wasn't really that high stakes anyways. At least for him.
Yeah, it's true. He didn't really care about Rolling Hell. Yeah. Good show.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. Tune in.
Of course, if you like what you're hearing now, why not tune into the podcast?
Why? Yes, continue listening.
Yeah.
And we will speak into your ears.
See what happens. Keep listening. And you can also rush on over, presumably when the episode's done. You don't need to do it right now or anything crazy like that. And go give us a subscribe. And maybe maybe like some reviews. That'd be nice. Something like a 5-star review. Title it Changed Life.
If you do give a 4-star review, we will be cast down to the streets.
That's true. That's the motto here at Big Ed's.
Yeah, there was this guy, he was going to give us a 2-star review, and, well, let's just say I had a little talk with him.
Oh?
Huh? What'd you tell him?
Yeah.
I said, please, we need the 5 stars. If you give us a 2 stars, it's not going to be good for us. Please.
Why was that guy giving us a 2-star review anyways?
Why was he telling you to?
Well, you guys remember the missing episode where Stairmaster made those anti-Semitic remarks?
I don't.
Well, we wiped your memory of it. Which, in
So
retrospect, is a bad idea because you could just do it again.
Yeah, we deleted the episode, of course, but we deleted it within 5 minutes of it being released.
Oh yeah, the episode where I pretend to be a man known as Numbers Fuckstein.
Yeah. This is different than the Dark Crystal episode where Stairmaster did make some vaguely anti-Semitic comments.
Well, I was saying the show was anti-Semitic.
Yeah, you just so happen to agree with, like, Mr. 4chan.
The show was well, in that case, 4chan was just looking out for the Jewish community.
It was just doing its civic duty.
Subversive media, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that guy was hyped and excited for this show that's saying it like it is.
Well, that just proves my point. The show is anti-Semitic because 4chan people like it.
Hey, it got canceled by Netflix, so I'm sure that was something to do with it.
Oh, maybe it's not anti-Semitic then. Who knows?
So the point is that Swanson and I caught the error a little bit late. The episode went out for 5 minutes, and this guy happened to watch it. He said that it
happened to be the descendant of a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah, he said that the episode was hilarious. He said he busted a nut listening to it.
As you do, yeah.
But the commentary from Stairmaster was too offensive, and he was going to give it a 2 stars.
Oh yeah, he said I was the unfunny part of the episode.
Yeah, which is usually not the case.
That quote unquote added nothing of value.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Right in the little title column, busted a nut.
Or you can write that in the title column of your emails to us. If you have any comments, questions, quips, or concerns, or foresights, or otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You can send those to us
usurper.
at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kyorain?
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
Yes.
You can have them read aloud on the podcast, like this one from Chicago Deep Geo. Hand-tossed Swanson?
Oh, okay.
Fellas. I mean, okay, so admittedly, I've read this email, so I know where it's going, but if you just read the title, it does sound like he's going to jerk me off.
I was thinking like football.
I was thinking like you were made of like pizza dough.
Oh God, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying. I'd just become like Pizza the Hut.
It'd be like that Axe body spray commercial with the chocolate man.
Oh God.
All the women
Excuse
did
me?
devour.
Oh God, I remember that.
Or what was that one with the guy who had yogurt all around him who devoured himself? You remember the guy made a yogurt and he was eating himself?
No, I don't. That sounds like a nightmare I'd have.
It was. That is pretty much it's a curse commercial. Anyway, here's the email. Fellas, I'm going to pitch some ideas to Little Caesars. Get me some of that economy pizza money. Never work again. Dedicate my life to writing letters to TVT. If each of the TVT hosts had a pizza named after them, what would be on the pizza? Gotta roll. Pause for audience to realize roll was a pun. Out.
Well, mine would be known as the Stairmaster Disaster.
Okay, toppings.
All the cheese is on one side.
Yeah, and there would somehow be a berry on it.
Like a single berry?
Yes.
Okay, my pizza would just be called Kio's bread, and it would just be like a round pizza crust with no cheese, no sauce, no toppings.
Bread flavor.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, you know, I've always been just very interested in going on to like a Pizza Hut or something website and going on, the online ordering and ordering that and seeing if someone from there will call me and ask me if I made a mistake or something.
He likes pushing the boundaries of society. He's very Joker-esque in this regard.
Yeah.
Or will they just do it? Will they just send me that?
Yes.
Will they send that to me?
They will. If you have cash, they will.
All right. Mine would be called the Swanson Slam Jam Pepperoni Plus.
Oh.
Yours sounds actually delicious.
Is there pepperoni?
Oh, yeah, get this. All right, so you start with the dough, obviously, kind of like Kio's, but then you add some stuff to it.
Well,
oh.
All right, so you got the dough.
So a mild departure from my idea.
Yeah, let's go on.
So you got the dough. Before you add anything else, pepperonis. Okay? Put some sauce on that.
You cook the dough?
Oh, yeah, it's pizza dough, pepperonis. Put some sauce over that.
Oh.
All right. Got that. You got
pepperoni's on the bottom of the pizza.
No, it's over the pepperonis on the pizza. And then guess what you're adding on top of that? More pepperonis. Sprinkle some cheese.
All right.
Can you guess what's next?
So we have 2 layers of pepperoni so far.
Yeah. Sprinkle some cheese. Can you guess what's next?
Olives.
Yeah. There's some olives on there.
You should shape the dough like a bowl, and then call it the meat bowl because of all the pepperoni in it.
Oh, okay.
But it's got bread in it.
That's not quite the Slam Jam Pepperoni Plus, but
the Swanson Slam Dunk.
All right, well, Swanson, I'm a little disappointed in your pizza here because you're building towards 3 layers of pepperoni, but then you just put olives
you didn't let
on
me
top?
finish. After the olives,
Sorry,
more pepperoni.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair and balanced as all things should be.
Yeah, and that's the.
All right, so...
And of course, yeah. I'm going to incorporate Stairmaster's idea. It is a Chicago deep dish pizza.
Oh.
So basically, this is not food. This is like.
Well, hold on. Deep dish is food. It's just arguably more lasagna than pizza.
Hey, you better not be talking about Chicago that way.
This is not food. This is something like this is like sustenance only. Like,
yeah, it's the best pizza is.
You could feed like a dozen people with this pizza, and they would all die from pizza overdose.
Well, doctors have yet to rule out that is a thing, or that it isn't a thing. So I guess I'd have to agree with you, Kieran.
And Donald Trump is pushing for the FDA to approve it.
Yeah, there's too much pizza. Too many people are eating it.
It's part of his electoral strategy in Pennsylvania.
Also, I went on the Trump website, and he is saying that the coronavirus cure is to inject pizza. So think about that.
You got to get the pepperonis in you. Yeah. So thank you for that email, Gio, and you can always once again the email address if you want it read aloud on the pod. Your answers, your quips, your comments, foresights, otherwise, tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
And if you're lazy, you can just add us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or use the hashtag TVTuners.
We have a Twitter page full of great TV content.
It's all like cheap.
Yeah. It's at TVTuners. And with Twitter being discussed there, I think that's a great time to segue into our tweet of the week.
All right, so I was trying to find a tweet of the week for Helstrom, and it was all garbage.
Ooh.
And I was trying to find a tweet of the week for our trailer, but all it was this one horny dude reply guying to a bunch of Instagram models.
Yikes.
Okay, well, we had something tangentially related to the trailer we watched.
So I found this tweet from @VivianDelight, who says, I'm a freakazoid when it comes to sharing my hot Cheetos.
I've already read this before, and I still think it's funny.
Written on Twitter from iPhone.
Well, that's where you tweet about hot Cheetos from, obviously, is your iPhone.
Well, yeah, presumably as you're eating them.
So, let's just characterize Freakazoid for a moment here, because it's been a while since I've watched that program, but I don't remember Freakazoid being like...
He's not like the Mask. He's more responsible.
But he is hyperactive, like the Mask. He's
hyperactive, and he's kind of zany, but his personality itself is actually, I think, pretty reasonable. So,
I think what Viv is saying here is that when hot Cheetos are around and the possibility to share them comes out, she transforms into Freakazoid.
Men become demons.
Yes.
And so I think Freakazoid would share his Cheetos, though. That's the thing.
I don't know. It depends on the day. I mean, who's Freakazoid I think sharing his Cheetos with? That brain guy? He's not doing that.
Look, here's what Freakazoid would do. He would launch the hot Cheetos into orbit and parachute them down to you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true.
I think the problem is we've just moved on too far from Freakazoid.
Yeah.
The memory
Society has moved on from Freakazoid, you know.
I think what we need is Zack Snyder to get on board with a gritty Freakazoid reboot.
Gritty?
Well, of course, it's Zack Snyder.
What would Freakazoid do in a gritty setting?
Fuck.
Yeah. This is a Freakazoid that gets freaky consistently and thoroughly.
What were his powers? Is he like super smart or super knowledgeable or something like that? I think his
powers were like nigh omniscient. He seemed to be capable of doing anything.
So, I mean, knowing anything, right?
I don't know if he was super smart. Like, the character, the guy who becomes Freakazoid is, like, super smart. He's got, like, a real Peter Parker.
Maybe not super smart, but, like he knew everything, but he couldn't do anything.
Oh,
could he
so
do
he's
anything?
Like God.
I mean, was he able to, like, bend reality to his whims as well?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or...
Let's see if...
I thought he was just, like, he, like, knew a lot of stuff and he could run kind of fast or something.
Yeah, I guess he was, like, super speedy. I don't think they ever, pinned down what Freakazoid's actual powers are. They're just like, he's a guy who... He does stuff. Runs around.
He sucks and fucks.
Yeah.
Let's see. I went on the Freakopedia.
Oh my god! Wait, is that a real thing?
It's just a wiki. It's a fandom.com wiki. So according to them, so his powers and abilities are super intellect. Freakazoid has all the knowledge on the internet.
Wow!
But because of the ever increasing knowledge gathered there, it leaves him mentally insane. Nowadays, that'd be really bad for him because there's like half of it's disinformation on the internet now. So
half of it's pornography.
That was true then too. Freakazoid now would have like an extra split personality where it's just a Nazi.
Oh yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and one of them is just going around asking women to see their feet.
So here's a question about pornography: is pornography knowledge?
Technically.
Well,
I mean, it's information contained.
It depends.
Yeah, there's knowledge of people's nude bodies.
Yes, puss.
And the sexual acts they've engaged in. Okay, that is knowledge. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you get sort of the knowledge of the shape of one's nipples.
Very important.
He's also got superhuman strength, superhuman speed, cartoon physics.
Yeah,
true.
So Michael Jordan.
Fourth wall awareness.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, that Deadpool sort of power set, yeah.
And telekinesis.
Oh, yes, like Michael Jordan.
But he only seems to have telekinesis when he is in a state of extreme anger.
Oh, so like Broly.
Yeah.
It's kind of shocking now that I mention it that no one's thought to do a Deadpool Freakazoid crossover.
And to have them kiss?
Yeah.
That would actually be very on brand if they kissed,
yeah.
I think.
Who thinks about Freakazoid, though?
Nobody.
Well, clearly,
us freaks.
Clearly Viv does when sharing hot Cheetos.
No, I think she's just using that as a noun. A common noun.
Yeah, it's not even capitalized. Yeah.
God is dead.
And
They
so is
killed my
Freakazoid.
I can't feel God anymore.
Yeah, so I'm actually somewhat doubtful that she's even referencing this character at all.
Well, then she's
I
going to be
think we
real
have to tune
confused
out.
when she listens to this shit.
We're gonna have to include a picture of Freakazoid in the little thumbnail.
This is you.
This is you on
This is
Hot
your
Cheetos.
ideology.
Is this what you want to behave like when you have your Cheetos? Is this really something you endorse?
Yeah, let's just talk down to this woman. Tell her how to live her life.
I'm going to tune in on this tweet regardless because it's still pretty funny to me.
I'm going to tune in because it doesn't matter. You'll just forget and post it anyways.
Oh, I tune in as well, by the way.
Okay. Congratulations, Vivian Delight. Delight. A winner is you.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Well, with the tweet of the week out of the way and all of our other BS covered, let's...
It's time to die.
In a way, in a manner of speaking, yeah. Because it's time for us to get to the rabble.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, wow.
The rabble is a segment here on the pod where we make you wait for it here on TV Tuners a little bit, where you get to... You have to wait a little bit to hear our opinions on the show of the week. But why not hear what the people around us, the top men and women and non-binaries think of...
And also the serfs.
Yeah.
No, not the turfs. We will not be reading anything from the turfs.
Serfs.
No, serfs.
Oh, okay.
No, we won't be reading anything from Notorious Turf, J.K. Rowling. So, what do they think? What do the people... the other TV goers think of the show that we watched this week? So,
Okay, well, let's just start this off on a positive light here. I've got an IMDb review, a positive one.
Ooh.
This is in fact a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
ooh,
All right, this is
It's all downhill from here.
literally.
It was written by Jaluka -59911,
Yes.
and this is titled "Haters, Get a Job Already."
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, it reads, "For those who rate this lowly,
Yes.
I challenge you to get off your couches and rejoin the workforce. This
What
show was great. I worked 6 days,
What the?
6 days/week, and watched it on my day off. It was time alone well spent. Maybe if the unemployed haters actually tried to create stories like this, I could bash them. 9 out of 19 found this helpful."
So, wait.
Wow.
Okay,
So that guy has a really rough life, and he's taking it out on other people for not liking the same media he does.
I appreciate that. There's a couple things I appreciate about this. One, that despite this being a wholly apolitical show, Kyorain managed to find a somewhat political slant.
He found the class warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, where does
Proletariat
this,
versus Lumen proletariat. This is how the bourgeoisie wins, people.
where does the idea that unemployed people are the ones who don't like this show?
Because if they had a job, they wouldn't have time to give bad reviews. That's a natural state of human
It's
beings.
true. Nobody here on the TV Tuners podcast has a job.
And what happened to weekends, fellas?
Yeah.
That we're living it. Oh,
Also, I like the idea that this person works unlivable hours and decides that they're going to spend their minuscule free time watching this.
yeah, maybe watch Sorry to Bother You instead.
Yeah.
Or 12 Years a Slave.
I mean, hey, listen, if you enjoyed Helstrom, whatever, it's okay to like this show.
But read Karl Marx.
Yeah, so
I think we're bearing the lead here on our opinion on the program, fellas.
we'll see. But listen, it's okay to like a TV show, but maybe don't be so so particularly heavy-handed on it. All right, I'll go next with my negative critics review. These are from Rotten Tomatoes, the blurbs that you find on Rotten Tomatoes. And this one comes from Dan Feinberg of The Hollywood Reporter. Given that Helstrom is already the last piece of a TV administration Marvel has moved away from, nothing here is good enough to make an investment in. Check out CBS's actually clever, actually scary, evil instead.
Oh no. Yes!
Oh no!
I appreciate that you knew where this was going the moment I said CBS.
Some things cannot be forgotten.
I feel like I'm getting like big like Harley Quinn syndrome whenever I hear people talk about evil. Because I hear nothing but effusive praise about the show.
Maybe we need to do a revisit.
I mean, it's entirely possible.
Watch episode 2.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that the pilot was just not that good in comparison to the rest of the show. But, I would have to, I guess, want to do that.
Yeah, we need to watch the entire series before reviewing it, fellas.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
we have to.
I'm not doing that.
Unfortunately, we're not. We don't have the time. We're not unemployed enough. All right, so I do have a positive review here. This one comes from Sadie Guinness of TV Guide.
Ooh, they're still around, huh?
Apparently, yeah. This is a positive review. Though the family dynamics give Helstrom its emotional weight, the overarching mythology is what keeps you intrigued. 4 out of 5.
Oh. That was short.
Is there a...
It's a blurb.
Is there mythology to the show that I'm missing?
Maybe there's like ranks for the demons. That'd be cool.
They mentioned something called a keeper, which is like a guardian of a powerful demon or something. That's the mythology.
I guess that's true, yeah. Yeah, because...
Yeah, my review sucks ass.
Oh, alright, well, might as well close with it, I guess.
Okay. User Yusuba1748 writes, "This was so bad that I had to register just to make a review.
Oh.
1 out of 10. The writer of this series is definitely a toodler. Okay. Anna and Damon acting was so bad, they actually made me feel disgusted watching this series. The write-up was bad. The storyline was worthless. I just wasted approximately 10 hours of my life.
What?
Worthless. Wow. Why the 10 hours? Why not just stop after episode 1, buddy?"
Okay, what's a toodler?
Toodler. It's toddler, but with 2 O's instead of D's.
I think I'm getting the impression this person is from Europe.
It's spelled like Japanese. Yusuba.
Well, write-up was sort of my giveaway. I don't see many Americans using the phrase write-up to describe a script.
Oh, that's interesting. There must be a weirdo.
Look, I'm genuinely baffled, though, as to why someone will watch the entirety of a show they don't like.
Well...
Maybe it's because they're unemployed.
Yeah. This might be the perfect example. I mean, to be fair, I did watch all of this first season of Iron Fist, and I was not enjoying it.
Do you think this review was what caused that other guy to write his review, Keo?
Maybe. Like, he deduced that this person was unemployed.
Wow, we're sort of going with like an unconventional sort of structure for our review, for our Rabble segment here, where we slowly reveal the whole thing is connected.
TV Tuners, directed by Christopher Nolan.
We have to be really careful with our claims here, though. So when was that review published, Stairmaster?
25th of October, 2020.
Oh.
So yesterday.
Oh. So, Stairmaster, there's one problem with your theory.
What?
My review was published October the 19th.
Fuck my ass!
Yeah, looks like the date gods win again.
Oh, the calendar man.
Your House of Cards has fallen.
Oh, just like Kevin Spacey.
Wait, what? Oh no!
Cancelled. So yeah, that's it for the Rabble. Stay tuned, and we'll give our official TV Tuners take on Helstrom.
It's bad.
Or it's good.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So let's move on to what you guys watched this week. You guys see anything fun, interesting?
No, I've not. I've been on the same old shit that I was watching last week.
You watching F-91 Gundam again?
No, that's a movie, you stupid bimbo. No, I've been watching Gundam in general.
Oh.
Wow, big difference.
Well, this one's a series.
Yes. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore.
I'll give a shout out this week, because I haven't for a while, and I think there's good reason to this week, to AEW. Yes. Only because they did something that I never thought I would see in a wrestling program, which is that...
Have sex.
No, technically that has kind of happened in a wrestling program. They had two wrestlers do a musical number in the middle of the show.
How has that not happened before?
I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't happened before, but I'm also surprised that the two people who did it, Chris Jericho and a man named Maxwell Jacob Friedman, aka MJF for short, both sounded pretty good doing it, especially MJF. He's clearly trained in singing.
What were they singing about?
Wrestling.
Okay.
Sort of. Long story short, Jericho plays, Jericho's character is sort of like a egomaniacal veteran who has this group.
Wait.
Yeah?
Of wars?
Of the ring.
Wrestling. Oh, okay.
Who, keeps, he has a group called the Inner Circle that's way younger than he is, that he helps, keep him in power, pretty much.
Oh, so me and all my Twitter friends.
Yeah. And this guy, MJF, he's more of a rich snob type of character. They both hate each other's guts, but they try to act polite to each other because no one else likes them. So MJF has recently tried to get in the good graces of Chris to join his group for seemingly ulterior motives.
Nefarious.
Yeah. So they had this big showdown where the rest of the Inner Circle was like, "No, we fucking hate that guy. Don't let him join." And Chris was like, "All right, I'm gonna challenge you to a steak dinner."
Oh.
So instead of having a match, they went out to a restaurant and had a steak dinner.
But that's a date.
Yeah. Well, here's the odd thing. You go to they cut to the steak dinner segment, and it's not a restaurant. They're clearly not in a restaurant.
What?
They're clearly in some set of some sort, hanging out, eating, trying to one-up each other on how rare they can make their steak.
What?
And then MJF pitches to him that they need each other because they're both the biggest assholes in the company. And cut to the two of them, the curtains behind them open to show a ballroom, and they start singing Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr.'s "My Shadow and Me."
What?
Complete with some tap dancing.
Is reality intact? Is reality intact in this situation? Or?
I think the implication here is that they set this up as a big troll move on people watching.
Oh, I love that style of wrestling. Just piss people off.
And it's funny too because you would think a fun musical number that is just a fun little thing to put in the middle of the show would just be make people laugh. No, there is complete divisive commentary on whether or not it's ruining the business.
What? Probably.
Personally, I think it is ruining the business. I want to watch sweaty muscle men slam each other. That's it.
It's true. Yeah, there's no room for nuance or comedy in the profession.
Why can't they just sing while someone else is getting CTE? Everyone would be pleased then.
True. I mean, here's the thing. This segment is in the middle of a show that was jam-packed with actual wrestling. So it's hard for me to be listen, I think it's ruining things, even though there's still wrestling on this show.
No, it needs to be all wrestling. Or a smack talk. Those are the only two things I permit.
Yeah. I guess in a way this wasn't even really smack talk. It was just two people deciding that they should be friends because they had a song and dance together.
Now they're going to be team-up guys.
Presumably. So yeah, that's I'm giving that a tune in because even if you don't like wrestling, I think you should watch it. It's legitimately funny and well done, so can't complain.
Well, my opinion is that I can make a steak way, way, way rarer than Stairmaster.
How do you... Isn't there a finite limit to how rare a steak can be? Like,
you can get it, like Jericho insists on getting it, which is blue, which is rarer than rare.
What? Won't you just die if you eat that?
Luckily, they don't eat it because the steak comes in and they both decide that it was actually a terrible idea to get it that rare, and they call back the waitress. But yeah, check it out. It's on YouTube, obviously. It's a good time. It's well worth the investment. All right, well, with that out of the way, let's get to the news, huh?
Oh, has anything happened this week?
Well, it was kind of a slow week, but there was one big thing that I think we need to cover, and in detail. Guys, it's with sad news that I report to you all. Hold on, let me change my tone of voice. Let me get my best Walter Cronkite on. It's with sad news that I report to you all today. For one last time, it's Quibi.
What?
Quibi is shut down.
It's Quibi!
It's Quibi!
What?
Wait, what? Well, my money!
It's Quibi it's gone!
But what about my stocks?
You should probably sell those.
To who?
I don't know.
How
The stock boy.
could Quibi go under?
I bet wrong!
Yeah. Was Quibi on the stock market?
It was on my bookie.
Oh no. According to the Wall Street Journal, Quibi Holdings LLC is finally shuttering after only 6 months, making it the shortest living streaming service to date. So that'll be one for the history books, I guess.
That's a record?
I mean, for currently, who knows what batshit idea will come out next.
Man, you told me some dismal time spans for streaming services, but Quibi beat them?
Well, I mean, it is supposed to be a quick bite.
Yeah, a quick bite of the dust. So yeah, this comes after last-ditch efforts that we've talked about before, like trying to garner additional money to lure
Joining
in
the Joe Biden administration.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening after. Presumably,
That's a reward for failure.
Lure new enthusiasts with new features, or outright sell the company to the highest bidder. None of those happened, and instead the company is just shutting down.
Listen, Jack, we gotta get a guy in here who knows how to make an app that doesn't work.
And that guy is named Meg Whitman, CEO.
Who doesn't watch entertainment?
Yeah.
Let's make an app that nobody wants.
Okay, what's an app that you would not want? I'm thinking just it gives you push notifications that just say you're gay.
No.
Yeah.
I want to install that on my friend's phone as a prank, though.
Oh yeah, I guess you would want it then. Well, you sort of have it.
I want an app that tells me when I am on the app.
Currently on, yeah.
And that's all.
Let's make an app.
That's all it does.
Let's make an app that gives you pictures of dirt.
Oh, I don't know. That could be useful, I guess.
Yeah.
For what?
If you're looking for pictures of dirt.
Why can't you just use Google?
Because it's giving them to you right there. You don't have to search for them.
You can't save them.
Oh. What, can you screenshot?
No,
it has protection.
Your phone will delete itself if you do that.
like if you press the screenshot button, it detects it and puts a blocker over it.
Yes, the malware protection comes in, and you'll just hear the boss music from the American version of Sonic CD.
Do not download Dirt Nap app. So yeah, the company raised an astonishing $1.75 billion for seed money, as they call it. That it pissed away by hiring celebrities to do stuff in vain attempts to garner attention.
Trying to get Gal Gadot to do a workout video.
Yeah. And it seems like none of it was a success in terms of Quibi, despite
having 400 TV shows.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And 2 Emmy wins, of course, as we talked about. I think perhaps the biggest kicker is that the app officially closed on Wednesday, and Tuesday was the very late arrival of the TV app for Quibi.
Wow.
What?
So you got one whole day.
I bet some guy out there was hopeful, like, this might save Quibi. This is going to save Quibi.
Yeah, Jeffrey Katzenberg.
No, I'm pretty sure by that point he knew it was done.
Yeah, he was off on Pedophile Island,
Yeah.
wherever rich people go.
Well, that's probably right.
Yeah. Is there more than one or just one?
It's probably decentralized,
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine.
Is it like a pedophile archipelago?
I think there's one for each of the 7 seas.
There's currently no word on what is going to happen with all of the content. Katzenberg was apparently attempting to sell it to both Facebook and NBC Universal, but neither platform accepted the offer.
Here's where I saw that meeting go. They said, no.
What is Facebook going to do with the 10-minute quick bites?
Well, that's the thing. The
You're
content
scrolling through
itself
your Facebook feed.
was all filmed and then cut into 10-minute quick bites.
Look, you're scrolling down your Facebook feed, and there's a Quibi
show playing.
right there.
Your
Yeah.
mom retweets it.
Yeah.
Based on
Think about that.
Based on numerous things I've heard from creators for Quibi shows, it would appear that a lot of people figured this isn't going to work. So they have it written into their contracts that they own the original content as is before it was chopped up. So I imagine it's going to be like a year or so, and then we're going to get all of this content released in like non-bite-sized chunks.
So in a sensible format.
Yeah, most likely, right? I can't wait to see how Murder House Flip goes.
That's gonna be like a really like rapid pace schizophrenic program.
It's
probably.
going to end with a murder house.
Oh, well,
They'll make a murder house.
like the real estate person just like kills someone and says,
Yes.
"This will be my murder house."
Yeah.
Yeah, because Quibi's money ran out, and the stress it's got to them.
They murder someone in the house, and then they say, "This is my design." And whoop! Look at that Stealth Hannibal reboot.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I would have loved to see Hannibal on Quibi.
Do you like quick bites? I know I do.
They don't have any time for plot because of the format, so it's just him killing a different person each 10 minutes.
I was picturing him doing ads for Quibi.
Oh.
If there's one thing I love, it's a quick bite of content.
Oh, that would be delightful. That would have gotten them tons of subscribers.
I probably would have subscribed for longer than the week that I did.
And then, so what? Do they just like show him like just chowing down on a good little bit of meat there?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like him cooking in his kitchen.
We don't know what the meat is.
Yeah, but we can assume.
Well, yeah, of course.
So yeah, listen, I think we all can sort of pull back the veil a little bit. Quibi was a terrible idea. It was never going to work, right?
It was probably one of the worst ideas I've ever heard.
Even
it was a non-starter.
Even if you didn't launch in the middle of a pandemic, your plan was probably not going to work. Because I don't think... So Quibi was... originally, the goal was that it was going to be for people who were, like, on, like... Commuting. But no one is sitting on their phone. People have fucking YouTube to go do that stuff on if they want to watch.
Also, our public transit is dying. Our infrastructure is falling apart.
Well, yeah, but there's still plenty of people who are taking transit who look at their phones when they're on transit.
I can't wait for Joseph Biden to get into the White House and fix that.
Yeah, he's gonna make big train.
I can't wait for Infrastructure Week.
Listen here, Jack. We need bigger trains. Trains that run on efficient fuel.
I'm declaring listen, Mac, there's gonna be a week. We're gonna be bringing in more trains for that week, and then I think we're gonna have a committee to talk about that.
I'm setting up a bipartisan committee to talk about the trains.
In a shocking move, Vice President Kamala Harris has authorized the use of prison labor to build a new transcontinental railway.
Hey, I'd be on board. Why not?
So of course, there's a couple issues that was just one of a couple issues that led to the Quibi's slow, painful demise, including a deluge of bad PR. Also, of course, the lack of paid subscribers because they were offering just really obscene amounts of free subscriptions to people. For instance, a friend of mine apparently had a free subscription for a year of Quibi because of his cell phone plan.
What?
And he didn't even keep it for a month.
Wow.
So not even free Quibi was enough. Which is fair. I got the 2-week free trial and only kept it for a week to watch The Fugitive former episode. So yeah, from here on out, we don't know what's gonna happen to Quibi. But hey, this is pretty much the end for Quibi, streaming service that was like no other. This is actually the second streaming service to die this year. DC Universe is essentially dead.
Oh yeah,
as a streaming service. So,
and you know what they say about celebrities?
Yeah,
who will be next?
It's true.
They always die in 3.
They die in 3. Yeah. I'm guessing HBO Max.
I'm guessing Netflix.
Oh.
That's a bold take. You want to take that onto my bookie?
Yes.
For a bet.
But yeah, so Quibi's in the dust. It's in the dirt. So I think it's only fair, given how much we've given to Quibi and Quibi has given back to us, that next week we do the official Quibi funeral.
All right, yeah, we need to have a proper eulogy for Quibi.
Yeah.
And if you have any final words you would like to say to the departed, you can send us a audio clip on our email.
Yeah,
and we will air it.
That's right. If you have any final words for our eulogy to Quibi, send them to us by oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
Send them to us by the 2nd of November, and we'll get them to you on, and we'll put them on the episode.
I hope nothing happens on the 2nd of November that completely distracts us.
Now, there are going to be 3 conditions. There's going to be 3 conditions whereby we will censor your message. The first condition is that if you say anything bad about the individual known as Q, we will not accept that.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other 2 conditions, guys?
Acknowledging the independence of Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Unacceptable.
And talking about the future of Meg Whitman in the Biden administration.
Hey, let's keep it apolitical.
No, let's keep it bipartisan is what I'm going for.
Oh, okay.
That's even better than apolitical, to be honest with you.
So, yeah, send those into tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com no later than November 2nd, because, of course, we'll all be busy the day after.
What do you think I'll be doing? What do you think we'll...
Hanging from the gulag, probably.
Oh.
From the ceiling of the gulag.
What, you think Howie Hawkins is going to win somehow?
Maybe. Who knows?
Imagine if Biden wins and he's like, guess what, Jack? I'm a communist.
Oh my god, Bernie Sanders would be so cucked.
Biden rips off a mask to reveal that he's Karl Marx.
Yes.
And he kisses Bernie Sanders' wife right there on the spot.
Yes. Well, they're divorced, so...
This has been the gravest day of my life.
I am now ready to face the people's justice. Sound of guillotine dropping.
So, of course, we'll say goodbye to Quibi, as always, in our classic TV Tuner style. Closed casket.
Classic TV Tuners funerals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Closed casket, obviously. We don't want to see that body. All right, well, let's take a quick break for some ads, and we'll be back with more goodness, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa. Keo, you look pretty decked out recently.
Wow,
you
look pretty stacked.
Yeah, you see, but not in like a boobs way or an ass way.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a cash windfall here lately.
What?
Oh,
how?
Yeah.
The stock market?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of non-stock related gambling.
Oh,
I'm not sure that's different.
are you saying you've been having a winning season?
Ooh.
I've been having a winning season, and Stairmaster, it is very different. The stock market is for nerds.
You're right. There are no balls at all.
Yeah, there's no sports involved in the stock market except for sports-related stocks, but that's very confusing to me.
No balls in the stock market, only bulls.
So yeah, I've been having a winning season.
What does that mean to you, just off the top of your head?
Well, I've been going onto my bookie, and just a lot of real money I've been making here, like some cash.
Yeah,
some cash going on here.
Money.
What have you been doing with that cash? Yeah. Have you been like doubling your first deposit or something?
Yeah, I've doubled my first deposit. I also did some squares and made some money off of that as well.
What's a square?
Oh.
Yeah, what's a square, Keo?
Have you done like super contests and Survivor?
I did the super contest. I did the Survivor, and
You did what? What did you do?
Squares.
So you're like really celebrating the NFL season.
Yeah, I'm really happy that football's back and
COVID free.
Yeah,
COVID free.
COVID free.
And I've just been making some pretty extensive, a lot of money here.
Well,
so
why don't you run us through some of the stuff you've been doing? You have.
Well, you like my gold fur coat here?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks heavy.
Yeah, it was made from some gold animals. It was like a golden sheep.
Oh. Okay.
From the plane of gold.
Yeah, so that's just the start of it. Look. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta get it out of the box.
Whoa!
What's in the box?
This is my Fabergé egg maker.
Whoa! He's just printing those things.
Yeah, each one of these is worth about $50,000. I'm just making them.
I could take one of these, sign up now at my bookie, and make my first deposit and get a dollar for dollar match, all the way up to $1,000.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid not to sign up. But you'd be even stupider not to use the promo code TV Tuners to double your first deposit.
It's a no-brainer.
That would be one of mankind's worst follies, is to not use that promo code.
The best part is that there's like thousands of bets over there. I was like taking a peek when you were talking about this. You got like the full NFL slate, you got playoffs, you got live betting, championship futures. Like every play's over.
Hold on a second. Yeah. I gotta check on my Rolls Royce.
Whoa! Whoa! He's got two of them.
Wow! And they're just Rolls Royce engines. Where's the rest of the vehicle?
You know what happens. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose.
Oh. So you're saying it's pretty simple, Kia, right? You make your picks, you win big, you collect your cash, or the rest of your Rolls Royce.
Yeah, you win big a part of the time, you lose big a part of the time.
Oh, okay. A bold ad initiative.
My bookie, there's upsides and downsides.
Listen, from the sounds of it, Keo, you've struck it pretty big. So we'll stare. It looks like we've got to get over there to my bookie, use the promo code TV Tuners, and double our first deposit. We've got to get our winning season on today,
or we'll be dying season.
Only at my bookie.
What a delightful ad! The people making these are geniuses.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah.
I would like to kiss at least one of them.
Let's take one more second before we get into our main event here and focus on a segment near and dear to everyone's hearts. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Keo Rain.
Trailer Blazer, yeah.
Oh, very low-key, sort of chill hip-hop beats vibe.
Yeah. It's like a radio, like, hey, welcome guys, time for Trailer Blazers, yeah.
So we talked about Freakazoid for a pretty good amount of time over on the Tweet of the Week segment. And that's appropriate
Yeah, what was
because
that
we're
about?
watching this trailer for the revival of Animaniacs.
That no one
Yeah,
asked for.
Still zany, still insane-y.
Yeah, people sitting around thinking about Animaniacs at their house.
I wasn't.
You know, I'm sure there was like someone who was like, I'm so glad they brought Animaniacs back. A very 90s program that was sort of steeped in 90s culture.
I haven't really thought about Animaniacs, but I have thought about a particular aspect of Animaniacs. So, all right, so you got the three. What are they? The Warner siblings,
The Warner
What
brothers
they are?
and the Warner sister, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, you know how they have their little outfits there. Yakko's got the big brown pants with the belt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Ringo's got the hat.
Yeah, he's
Right.
got the hat and the blue shirt, and Dot's just wearing a pink skirt and nothing else.
A hat. She got a flower hat.
It's just a flower.
It's just a flower.
It's
not
on her head,
really
so it's a hat.
So if you wore cream corn on your head, it'd be a hat.
Yeah.
All right, so what I like to think about, though, is it's just kind of invaded my mind a little bit, but I like to think about Stairmaster
Oh.
wearing those pants.
The Yakko pants.
The Yakko pants,
And
yeah.
nothing else.
No shirt, obviously. That would not be the correct outfit.
I mean, listen, if that's what you're into.
That's interesting, but I'm not sure it's relevant to our podcast.
Are you picturing me as like the Dot in this scenario? I have a flower,
Yes.
I guess as a hat, according to Stairmaster. And I'm wearing a dress.
And a pink skirt.
Or a little
You're
pink
wearing a skirt and nothing else.
Well, okay, there's one key element you're missing here, Kioran. They are wearing something else.
Yeah?
They're all wearing gloves.
What? Look, that doesn't count. That's like...
No, that's just what their hands look like. Because look, they got white faces.
True.
I think they just
Yeah,
have white
exactly.
hands.
But I think I will be adding gloves to Stairmaster's outfit there.
Interesting. As for this trailer, it's pretty standard Animaniacs. I think the biggest takeaway from me is that, like... So Animaniacs, as I remember it, is sort of like a variety show. There was like
yes.
there was like the main stuff with like the Animaniacs characters, and then you would get to like Pinky and the Brain, or like the squirrels, or like that Goodfellas parody with the pigeons.
Oh,
Also-
yeah. Oh, my God.
Didn't they also do like history? I remember one about Paul Revere.
Yeah, there was a lot of there was like some edutainment in there as well. And
Yeah, well, the song where they sing about all the countries.
Yeah.
Except for Taiwan.
and it seems like that's all very non-existent in this. The interesting thing, or I guess the like somewhat worrying thing, is that the only returning characters outside of the Warner siblings is Pinky and the Brain, which makes sense. You know, who doesn't love Pinky and the Brain?
They're the best ones.
Yeah. But all
I
of
don't remember any characters.
all of the other people are gone. There's nowhere to be seen. So this feels like it's less of a variety show and more of just like gonna just be like a weird.
Animaniacs doing topical humor for what? How long is the show? 20 minutes?
Probably around there, right?
Most likely.
So I'm a
Also,
little.
the idea that you have an official trailer is so weird to me. Like, that's not how we experienced Animaniacs. It was just a thing that was on. We didn't get, like, enticed to look at it.
Yeah, but you need to be enticed to understand that this is back. And you're gonna want to watch it, I guess. Anyway, nothing in this is like objectable to me. It looks fine. It could even be funny, dare I say? I don't know.
It seems like it could be entertaining, but I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
I-
ask for this.
Yeah, I really do feel like Mr. Deus Ex, where I'm seeing a trailer and I'm just like looking at it, just like, I never asked for this.
Do you have a single fact to back that up? It's all in the numbers. Number 1, that's terror. Number 2, that's terror. Number 3,
like it could be fun, but there's nothing. Animaniacs is like, as I remember it, isn't really a show that like thrived on doing long form comedy bits with the characters.
You think these are going to be 22-minute episodes?
Yeah, and presumably they're going to like cut in between with Pinky and the Brain and stuff. But like, if Pinky and the Brain's the only thing you're doing, I don't know.
Maybe just bring back Pinky and the Brain.
Look, we really need these three to talk about the modern day and how much crazy technology and crazy stuff's going on now.
That's a damn
we
Cheeto.
Need them. Yeah, we also need to talk about the Orange Man in the White Home.
Which they do apparently by having him be like a giant golem-like creature.
He's like a Cyclops.
Yeah.
It's like they're on the Odyssey or something.
I guess they do. They might actually be on some sort of Odyssey because Yakko does mention that.
So...
Okay, we also do need to see this anime adaptation of the Animaniacs happen.
Don't.
Yeah.
You can go do that.
Why not?
Own. Have fun.
I thought you loved anime.
Yeah, Stair.
Not anymore.
Oh, Stair's turned his back on anime. Betrayal.
It's kind of bullshit. They're called the Animaniacs, but they haven't done anything about anime till 2020.
Well, you see,
it's right there in the name.
Is it though? There's no E in there.
Animaniacs. Why would there be an E in it?
Yeah, because it would be Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Anime.
Remember when Obama was with the whatever you call him of Japan, and he was like, "We're very thankful." Yeah, Prime Minister of Japan. He was like, remember when he was like talking to him, and he was like, "We're very thankful to Japan for things like anime." Manga.
I'm what some may call web.
Geodude is real, and he's my friend, and he is incredibly powerful.
Let me tell you this. I respect Goku.
Listen, folks, he's hanging out with Geodude, but that guy, he goes down to her squirt gun. No good.
Obama might respect Goku, but I personally respect Frieza.
He's always making deals.
I saw Obama. He went to Professor Oak, and the Pokemon that he picked was the most miserable little thing. This little frog, this little green little frog with a plant on its back.
Me, I picked the fire rabbit.
He picked this frog, and then he just beats the gym bosses. Can you believe it? It's freaking system.
He breaks the gym. He beats the gym bosses, takes them out of their jobs, kicks them out.
Oh,
nowhere to go.
He didn't even have to train. Just went to the gym.
They call it type advantage. It's very new.
And don't get me started on fairy types. So yeah, Animaniacs, I guess tentative to... Oh, it's whatever, I don't give a shit. Tune out.
Yeah, wait for word of mouth.
We're going to watch this on the pod, whether you like it or not.
I don't think so.
So,
listen, folks, I got the HM03, but I couldn't surf. What is the meaning of this? Why do I have to get more gym badges just to go in the water? The big ocean water. Big water.
So you mean to tell me I can get cut, but I can't get surf? Who needs that?
You can cut the little tree down. Look at this, folks.
They're trusting you with a huge sharp blade.
Look at this. The Snorlax. It sits in the middle of the road, doing nothing.
The lazy workers at the St. Anne have parked their truck in the middle of nowhere.
And I told them, just kill the Snorlax. Just get it off the street. But they won't do it. These liberals, they won't kill the Snorlax.
They're too soft to kill the Snorlax. They talk about flutes.
I have to get the poke flute. I've got to walk down there. I've got to play music for this creature. And then I have to battle it. Folks, this is out of control.
It's terrible. It's terrible what they're making us do for this Snorlax.
Snorlax, he's so disgusting, so big.
Lot of people.
Just lays around. How does he get...
lot of people saying Mewtwo doesn't exist. I've seen him. He's turned Mike Pence into stone.
And And listen, folks, I can tell you right now where you can find the Mew. Mew is underneath the truck. You just have to go to there. You got to vote for Donald Trump. You got to go underneath the truck. You will find the Mew.
Come November 3rd, when we definitely know the election results, you will all get Mews in your mailbox, in your Poke box.
And folks, they're telling me you have to use a glitch. No glitches.
No glitches.
We're just gonna find the Mew.
Glitches get stitches.
I've been talking to the Fed. We're thinking of using Missing No to duplicate the money supply.
And those no good liberals, they're complaining about the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is fine, folks.
Music has never been any better.
They hand me an egg, it turns into this thing, they call it a toga pea. I take that to daycare, don't worry about it anymore, folks.
Okay. I just go up to slowpokes and I grab them by the tail, folks. I don't even have to ask.
They just let me do it. They become slow kings. A lot of people saying to watch out for the Magikarps. They're going to turn into Gyarados. You got to watch out. I haven't even seen a Gyarados. Don't think they're real. I think that's fake news.
Team Magma, there's a few bad apples.
I am telling Team Rocket to stand by.
Everyone wants more land. We don't need more big ocean water. We build beautiful buildings on land. What do we do in the water? We splash around. We maybe pick up a couple of fish. We don't really need that.
Kyogre, a disgusting beast. It's supposed to be a whale, but it flies. What the hell?
And those disgusting communist radicals in Team Aqua.
Team Aqua.
All right, let's move on.
How did we even get to that?
I don't know. It's the 90s, baby.
So yeah, we'll wait and see on Animaniacs. With all that out of the way, let's get to our main event this evening. We watched a show that's ostensibly a Marvel program, and we're gonna talk about it now. It's Helstrom. Helstrom follows the children of a Satanist serial killer, Damien and Anna Helstrom, who are gifted with unique powers and hunt down the worst of humanity together. Little did they know, with the help of their currently possessed by a demon mother.
So it's like Fortunate Son.
Yeah, sort of.
Or what's it called?
I know what you mean. I don't remember the name of it. It was the show where Michael Sheen was like a serial killer or whatever.
The Rutsits.
Prodigal Son?
Prodigal Son, yeah. Yeah, kind of. It's like Prodigal Son. It's like if Prodigal Son and Evil had a kid, but also they weren't dancing around whether or not demons existed.
Also, they replaced Nick Coulter with the guy from The Wire.
Mike Coulter. Yeah.
And with Marvel Netflix pacing as well.
Yes. It's interesting because I thought for a second, I wonder how this show is going to do with that classic Netflix pacing, Marvel Netflix pacing. Because there's no like costume for these characters to get into. So instead, what they do is they have these people, they have the two siblings not team up yet. Presumably,
like imagine if Netflix's version of Lethal Weapon.
Pretty much, yeah.
They don't get any weapons at all.
Yeah. Yes, that's what Lethal Weapon.
Well, the Netflix version of Lethal Weapon should have been Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
They don't punch anybody either.
No.
No weapons, no punching.
I just meant that Mel Gibson and Donnie Glover don't meet for 8 episodes.
Yeah, that would have been great. I mean, they technically meet in this, but they don't actually do anything.
I think one yells at the other.
Maybe. I don't remember. So there's a little bit of interesting bits here with this show. So, obviously we keep calling it Helstrom and not Marvel's Helstrom. Marvel's name is nowhere to be found on this thing.
Ooh, you always love to see it.
In fact, we don't even get the traditional Marvel titles over this thing. Apparently, that was a move on the part of the new heads of Marvel TV to sort of differentiate themselves from this project. Apparently because they didn't want the horror-based content they didn't want people to stumble upon the horror-based content and assume that it was a Marvel Cinematic production, I guess. Which is strange because the Netflix shows, I would argue, have worse violence than is in this first episode.
Yes.
Like, especially
Punisher lives and breathes off of it.
Don't most of them wait for the violence, though?
I guess, maybe. I don't know. Also, I guess Marvel's just really afraid of the word horror. Since they shunted they changed the second Doctor Strange movie allegedly to have less horror elements in it.
Yeah, wasn't it like the horror of the multiverse?
Yeah, and
now it's Spook Fest.
Yeah, now they're like, oh, it's mildly scary. There's going to make you jump scares.
Yeah, I guess they did some kind of market testing and decided that was how they get the most people, and to not call it a horror, but just to say, oh, it's got some spectacular events in here.
Doctor Strange's feel-good journey.
Yeah. Unless things get, like, real gory later, there's not even a whole lot of horror elements in this episode. Like, there's some very light hereditary BS that they do here. But it's nothing.
Our man does get crushed to death by a mechanical scarab.
Yeah, that's true. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
proto-demon civilization.
That's pretty jaked up.
Yeah, that's true. That was pretty messed up. Other than that, though, that's like the biggest horrific element we get, really. So we get introduced to there's a happening going on at this psychiatric facility.
Oh yes. The plants are telling everyone to kill themselves.
Yeah, that's right. There's demons at the typewriter who are typing No Mercy. They apparently want you to watch No Mercy 2000 from the WWE.
Makes sense. It must be Chris Benoit.
Oh, that's who Mother is?
That would explain all the diving headbutts she does.
Yeah, that's true. We also get a strange little opening here. It's very understated for a Marvel Netflix show. Well, it's not a Netflix show, but it essentially has all the elements of Marvel Netflix without being called Marvel or Netflix.
Yeah, it was kind of low. It was kind of boring, that opening.
Yeah,
I wasn't impressed.
So we get introduced to our main character. One of the two siblings, Damon Helstrom. We get introduced to him being, he comes in, to do this like exorcism of this child. And we get him coming up, talking to this kid. And, this scene's so stupid.
The kid just wants attention.
We get like a little mini anticlimax with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, the kid is like the guy the people writing negative reviews for the show on IMDb.
Doesn't want to get a job. Yeah, this kid is apparently just acting out a demon, as kids do, of course. They just pretend to be demons and possessed and stuff.
We've all been there.
So that was when you're on the internet too much, fellas.
That's what I said when they caught me jerking off my parents.
You were possessed.
Oh, I've been possessed, yes.
Yeah, the great Pazuzu had gotten you.
Yes, if your parents see you stroking it, just start speaking in tongues at them.
Yeah, Stairmaster accidentally went to Pazuzu Hub. So Damon is like, hey, listen, cut the shit, kid. And then he does like this weird scare tactic where he sets a circle of fire around him and then moves things around in the room, presumably with some sort of psychic powers.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's fairly spooked.
I can't wait to see him fight somebody with these powers.
Yeah, like how cool would it be if he fought?
Oh, the kid?
No, him. Damon. At all in this episode.
Yeah, I don't think they have the money for that.
Yeah, I guess they wasted it all on all of the effects of people hitting walls and various other surfaces.
Yes.
So yeah, there's this bit here. I feel like a lot of the writing can best be described as mid-aughts CW network.
Oh.
Where it's a lot of like quipping.
Was it CW back then?
Yeah, I think that was when it started.
I think like the strongest example of that was, and sorry, I don't know these names at all, but the lady with the short hair and her assistant guy.
Oh, that's Anna, who is Damon's sister. Yeah.
So that was the main culprit here, I think. Just like quip, 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 and then end scene.
Pretty much.
Sort of like us.
And the whole purpose of that scene was just to explain how she doesn't immediately get arrested for throwing a body off a roof.
Yeah.
Well, a living person off a roof.
Well, yeah, true. I guess it was a body when it hit the ground. The bodies did hit
Rest
the
in
floor, it
peace.
turns out. But yeah.
Well, were people disputing that?
If bodies hit floors.
Folks, they do all this counting, and they say the bodies will hit the floor, but I've seen none of it.
I've seen...
Everyone's still standing.
Fauci says the bodies hit the floor, but I have yet to see it.
They're just shaking their heads really fast. I don't get it.
The floors are completely clean. Spectacular clean. Just the cleanest floors you've ever seen.
I would eat off these floors,
Nobody's anywhere. I've never even seen a body on the floor. Not even once. So, fake news, folks. Fake news.
They tell me people can't even die around me.
But yeah, so there's this whole thing here where Damon is like, hey, listen, why instead of hiring an exorcist, you guys go get counseling or some bullshit.
Oh, yes.
Which, like, alright, that's not really what you're here for, man. Like...
And the lady's just like, the family's looking for some hope.
Yeah, he has,
And like, what? Bitch, what are you talking about?
He has this nun lady who works with him whose sole purpose is to... She apparently reports to the Vatican. Which, alright, sure, why not?
Yeah, she's on the phone with the Pope at the end of season 10, episode 10.
Yeah, she's calling the Pope, and the Pope was like, get me Helstrom.
You telling me the one with the... You're telling me the Helstrom with the recessive genes won?
So, yeah, they have this really... I wrote this line down because it was maybe my least favorite in the whole episode, which is her saying to him, they're just looking for a little hope. And he says, aren't we all? God, kill me. So...
It do be like that.
Cut to his sister, Anna.
We've said that ourselves.
It's true.
To each other in the real world.
It's true. Yeah. That's what Keo said that exact thing to me earlier today. And then I got in my car and drove away to apparently go teach ethics.
Oh.
He's apparently a college ethics professor.
Yeah, Swansea, you forgot to mention that you did like a little jerk-off motion before you left.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So...
That's the thing, I think, is what makes this the hardest to get into, like, this main character. He's got big Danny Rand energy. He's just got big Iron Fist energy going on in this.
You mean his energy is he's present at the scene? And that's about
yeah, that's right. He is there for the scene, and he is going to sort of act. But also, similar to Danny Rand, he seems like he's a huge, like, entitled asshole about everything.
Yeah.
Which is not the best character archetype. Especially for ostensibly the hero of your show.
Yes. The one you want people to come. The one you're selling people on, watching the show for.
Yeah, the one you want people
that
to come
character.
for. So, yeah, we get cut to his sister, Anya, who is not much better in that department. So she is like she runs some sort of antiques company. She sells off various antiques, and we get this whole bit here where she's talking swords with this dude who's just like gets a real big one for swords. Just real into old swords.
Honestly, who's not like that? I felt so much like kinship with this guy.
Well, I'm only in the swords that they transform into other things.
Ooh. Maybe they have names?
Yeah, and you like call them out.
Oh, maybe there's like a spirit that lives inside you. Maybe there's demon swords.
Yeah, like those, that would be cool. This is just a sword. But what we learn is she's using it as a front to, I guess, just kill people who are like shitty people.
Yeah.
She's pulling.
So she's a vigilante or a serial killer.
She's pulling a Dexter, yeah. Because she we get a glimpse of her psychic powers. I guess she's able to read people's emotions or something. They don't make it clear what either of the siblings' powers are.
Yeah, she can also kind of do some kind of life force destruction or something.
Yeah, she does something that makes it easy for him.
She's a soul bender.
Yeah, or a soul taker.
Oh.
She makes it whatever she does. It makes it easy for her to just sort of lightly throw him over the roof, off the building.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if she was destroying his life force or ripping apart his internal organs or something. I couldn't tell.
Yeah. And it's not the only time in this show where they're not very clear on what's happening with power-wise and with characters.
Oh.
So yeah, there's this whole bit here where she pushes him over, he falls to his death. Everyone's like, ooh, oh.
Crazy stuff,
man. Meanwhile, yeah, it's just this scene with Damon where he's teaching ethics is such I feel like I've seen 1,800 shows that have done this exact scene.
Did you know rape and murder are bad?
Yeah, it followed every single trope he could do. He was doing a lecture, and then somebody unexpectedly showed up and threw him off.
Yeah. He was doing a lecture that relates back to the ending of the episode. He was looking we could cuts to students looking at him and nodding. He gets thrown off by a new character who arises to give him the big story of the season.
He was giving a vaguely charismatic lecture as well. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, because he made a tepid joke and people went, Yeah, the person who interrupted him, of course, is I guess his somewhat foster mother, who runs the
replacement mom.
Yeah, his replacement mommy, because his current mommy is possessed by a demon. She runs.
You hate to see it.
She runs the psychiatric hospital where his mother is institutionalized, and he also works for her for some doing something. It's not. It's vague, isn't it? It's quite vague as to what he does and why he does it for her, and why there's an agent of the Vatican who aids them. Because all we get is a scene between Gabriella is the name of the lady who works for the Vatican, and Hastings is the lady who runs the psychiatric hospital. We get a scene between the two of them where all Gabriella says is, "The Vatican wants to know." And that's the closest thing we get to an explanation in this episode about what's going on.
The Vatican wants to know what's going on with this Helstrom guy.
They want to know about demons.
Look, are demons real? Can you find a demon? Show me a demon right now.
Are they hot? Can I have sex with one?
Yeah. Are there ones that appear in dreams and aren't actually real, as far as we know? And maybe they're named what was his name? Dennis?
Roy?
What, Roy?
Edgar?
Roy.
How do you remember that? You were the mind god.
Well, it's because...
It was stupid. It was a stupid name for a demon.
No, it's not just because it's a stupid name. I have a history with the name Roy.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I listened to this prank caller who always says his name is Roy on half of the phone calls.
Do you think it was the demon, Roy?
Yeah.
Oh. Because he does seem like kind of a prankster.
Yeah, he was really pulling one over on that lady.
Yeah.
What lady?
The lady from Evil.
The lady who...
Oh.
The lady from Evil.
I thought you were talking about the prank caller.
No, Roy.
Okay.
The demon.
Yeah, Roy the prank caller.
Roy prank called that lady's dreams.
Oh.
When you think about it.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, what would you do? Exactly.
I get.
You would call and be like, "Hello, miss, you big tit."
Yes, I would just use the power to harass women.
Well, I mean, you're awkwardly asking if she has them, and then you hang up.
You boob?
You got boob?
Ma'am, your breast, ma'am.
Miss, excuse me, ma'am, a spare tit.
Ma'am, I just have one quick question for you. Breast.
You got that, miss? Okay,
I'm
bye.
dying. What does hanging up on a dream look like?
Waking up.
Oh, so they wake up?
Yeah.
They wake up and then quickly go take a shower.
And then they listen to the TV Tutors podcast and they're like, I know this man.
If I've appeared in your dreams, email us at
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
All right. So, yeah, long story short here, Damon, what we learn about him is that his father was a serial killer who was also a Satanist. And I guess
That's a twisted combo.
the whole like thing came to a head when he kidnapped Anna, who was Damon's sibling, and some stuff went down. His dad died, and his mom became possessed by a demon who refers to themselves as Mother. Also, shout outs to the lady who plays Mother, aka Victoria. Her name is Elizabeth Marvel.
Wow.
Interesting.
The only thing Marvel related that the only time you'll hear Marvel referenced to this show, so that's good.
They just had to drop a little hint in there, you think?
Yeah, they were like, we can't put our name on this, but what if we hire someone
Haven't.
who has the last name Marvel? So
All right. What if Captain America shows up next episode?
oh, I would be like, wow, they did more than any of the Netflix shows ever did.
That would be very sad.
Yeah. He shows up and he's
And,
like, you telling me there's demons?
Then he leaves.
Yeah. So yeah, we get like this whole story here via montage where like Gabriella is looking at like newspaper clippings of the incident, and then after all of that, that's when they have the actual exposition, which seems like a weird way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So then after all of that montage is when they're like, yeah, you see, their father was a serial killer who was also a Satanist, and their mother tried to protect them, but she got possessed by a demon.
I want to see like a surviving Edged Weapons like vignette of the dad.
Just like doing his deal.
Yeah, raising his dagger in front of the Iron Maiden poster and getting gunned down by the police. And then the dog barks at him, and the narrator's like, how many edged weapons do you see here?
One pitchfork.
The dog is also a devil.
Oh, yeah. Dogs can be Satanists,
obviously.
too.
Yeah, look at the son of Sam.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, there's some spooky business going on with this demonic tomb. This orderly from the psychiatric hospital was like beckoned to it, I guess. Do we get a reason for why he went into this place?
No, maybe.
No,
He's
not
just
really.
dead
I was
right.
kind of tuned out at this part.
We kind of assumed that it was demons, right?
Probably, right. And then he gets eaten, he gets fed to it. And that's it.
Yeah, there's some sort of business deal, and he has these weird cultists on retainer from someone who isn't named.
Yeah. He gets eaten by it, although he does at the end show up again and attack that trucker.
Oh, yeah.
But he's also pretty fucked up, so.
There's a hole in his head.
That's actually the most horror element that we get in this, really. It's that ending.
Yeah, you should have something like that as a cold open.
Instead of what was the cold open
Instead of a
again?
kid who's not actually possessed.
I don't even remember. We just watched it like prior to recording
it was
this.
the demons at the typewriter thing with the psychiatric hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't as spooky as the ending. You should probably switch them. So anyway, because like, is it that hard to switch it and be like 1 week before?
Earlier.
Yeah. So a lot of the thrust of Damon's plot line in this is that he doesn't trust Gabriella, and therefore he's a snarky asshole to her.
Yeah, and he just wants to help his mommy.
Yeah. My favorite part is when he gives insults her entire like profession.
Oh,
And then
yes.
calls her later and gives like a non-apology.
I'm sorry that your feelings were disturbed.
Yeah, he's like, listen, if you feel bad, I'm sorry.
It's been brought to my attention that your feelings are hurt. Don't take it personally, but, I still mean it all.
Yeah, like, great going. Good one. But it ends with Gabriella, because the plot demands it, she goes inside of the place where they're keeping Mother. And that's when we get the most, where most of the effects budget for this episode seemed to go, which is Mother does
There's
a lot of
like slamming to the roof, to the ceiling and the walls, and
I mean,
lots of fun
I
stuff.
don't know if it was effects or so much like you had to do a lot of stunt work to get all of this in effect there, but
yeah, it didn't look bad though.
No, it was pretty good looking. And the Marvel, Elizabeth Marvel, who plays the Mother character, is probably the most compelling of the characters in this, because she actually has stuff to like work with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, even then, like, what Mother is saying isn't like particularly engrossing. It's a lot of just like, you shouldn't have come here, and whoa, you're big dumb for doing that.
She's just telling people to have sex with horses in order to impress the president.
Yeah, like. Eventually Damon comes in, even though I think he was established to be like not there.
Well, he used instant transmission.
I guess, yeah, you could have that power. Who knows? He traveled between the Hell dimension and this one. So yeah, he shows up and has his confrontation with Mother. And that's kind of like the big action sequence, which is mostly just them sort of grappling each other's necks.
Thud.
Elsewhere,
yeah, it was not the most exciting action scene I've seen.
No, not quite.
Oh.
And then that's pretty much the end of their scene. He has a bit with Gabriella where he's like, "Listen, I understand that you wanted to know more, and now that you know the full story, yada yada yada. Let's team up." And there's also a lot of him like calling Anna and being like, "Listen, I know we haven't talked since the fateful day." We even get like a traumatic flashback to what happened. And he keeps calling his sister for a meeting, which eventually happens at the end of the episode. But Anna's kind of busy with her own shit. She works with this guy who's named the Caretaker.
Yes.
Who I guess works for like this sort of organization who fights demons or something. We don't get a whole lot of detail on what he's up to, but he's like, "Hey, come check out this tomb. There's a lot of flesh. There's a lot of flesh around here."
Oh yeah, they just find a pile of people.
Yeah,
meat.
People
And that's not the interesting thing, though. It's actually the bones. Check out those bones,
yeah.
Swanson.
Yeah, those bones like call to her, and she's like, "You know what? I'm gonna take this call. I know."
Oh yeah, she puts it on her desk.
Yeah.
It's this fucking huge skull that's way too big for any human being's head.
Also, it has a single eye, which should be a dead giveaway. It's not a human. And she like puts some blood on it, and it like an eye pops out, but it might have just been an illusion.
Oh, so it's like the stone mask from JoJo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you think she's gonna turn into a vampire?
I hope so. That'd be fun.
That'd be cool. And spoilers, in the comics, I'm pretty sure she is a vampire.
Wow.
She might just be a demon. I don't know. The lore is probably fucked up with these guys.
Demon vampire.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Make it happen, Marvel. So, Anna's story is pretty much just a lot of her being like quipping with her.
Yes, looking in holes.
Yeah, and quipping with the guy who runs her auction house, who's like, he's like a quipster. He's like a real sassy guy.
Yeah.
I love quipsters.
Yeah, I love quipsters.
Funny and hilarious.
I love quipsters when they're put in there only to do the quips and nothing else. When their sole purpose
just like Stairmaster.
Yeah, he's like Stairmaster. I was thinking more like Foggy from Daredevil.
Oh, I'm thinking like every character in Adventures.
Yeah.
One.
Well, they also like jump around and punch and
That's
stuff.
True, and Foggy also technically had a story going on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a good one, but he had one going on.
Yeah, it was a story.
It was a story. Yeah.
Look, I call it a cool story.
Oh, yeah? You thought it was real cool?
Yeah, I said cool story, bro.
So, long story short, this episode ends after the tense standoff between Mother and Damon. And Damon meets up with his sister, and that's where they end it. With siblings reunited, and they're probably going to go on their separate ways or some bullshit. So, yeah, that's the end of that.
One of them could get stuck in a hole.
Oh, yeah? Like a hellhole?
Yeah, one of them... or maybe like a regular hole, like Animal Crossing, they just fall in a pit trap.
Oh, okay.
And they're just stuck there for the next 2 episodes.
That would be in keeping with Marvel Netflix pacing.
Yeah, for it to be Netflix pacing, it would have to happen in like episode 6 or 7.
Yeah, that is a Netflix movie.
That's usually the episodes where like Daredevil is recovering from like a big fight, or Luke Cage has to be dipped in like an acid bath for reasons.
Look, you can't get inside his skin, okay?
Yes, it's true.
He's very strong.
Yeah.
So he needs an excruciatingly long scene to extracting the bullet because...
You know.
That first season's like alright, but it is kind of messed up that they started with the premise of it's a black man who can't be shot, and then they made bullets that can shoot him.
That's America, baby.
But what about this show, Helstrom?
Whatever.
I'm not enticed. It started like losing my attention after a certain point.
Yeah, there was like...
Which is not a good sign.
There was nothing here for me. These characters...
No, I feel like this is the worst recap I've ever done. This show's...
These characters are like big old nothing. None of them are memorable in any way. I'm going to forget. When it comes time for us to do our retrospective at the end of the year, I'm going to forget what even happened in this episode of the show.
There's not enough violence. There's not enough sex.
Yeah. There's...
is there any sex?
0.
No.
No one gets laid in this episode.
Yeah, show us some boobs.
That's your solution for everything. Why not show us that dick dong?
Why couldn't Helstrom have been like a womanizer? That would have been interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was that bit where they show his pentagram tattoo, but it's like real faded because you.
Oh come on!
Yeah, that was dumb. And they have like the tattoo artist be like, I don't know, man, it's so weird. It just seems to absorb all the ink, and that's.
Oh yeah!
Wouldn't you be?
Look, he's trying to get the ink in there though. He's trying his hardest. Okay, he's gonna have it by episode 8.
But if you're the tattoo artist, wouldn't you be freaked the fuck out?
No. This is like. She gets demon clients all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah. That would be something.
He's like, please, I need this tattoo. Please, just keep doing it.
Anyway, that scene was about 30 seconds long, and it was probably the most interesting thing that Damon does in the entire episode, so tune out for me.
Why is he getting a tattoo of a pentagram?
I think he's just trying to cover up the pentagram.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think they let you into bathhouses in Japan if you have a pentagram on you.
But yeah.
All right.
You guys tuning out on that?
So, yeah, sadly, I'm going to have to give this with a head down tune out.
Yeah.
This is a small head TV program.
Face down, tune out up. So yeah, that's a tune out for Helstrom. And what an ignominious end for Jeff Loeb's Marvel TV production. Don't worry, it's fine though. That guy was like horribly racist apparently, so.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, and apparently there's riots in Philadelphia.
Good.
Breaking news.
Huh. Good.
Police have run out of manpower.
Interesting.
I'm waiting for Stairmaster to say that I should get to safety.
Oh yes, please evacuate immediately.
Swanson, you're not safe. You're not safe in your city of Philadelphia.
Oh, actually, you should be writing.
Right
the city
you
where
should be out there writing.
The city where I live, Philadelphia.
You should be starting your own riot in Denver.
Oh yeah, the Denver riots. All right, sure. Let's go do that.
Let's just pick up a trash can and throw it, see where it goes.
Yeah, maybe it goes through a pizza shop window.
Do the right thing.
Maybe it bounces off horribly. So yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the show. And hey, listen, if you like this, maybe stick around. We normally do our Bleach cast, but maybe we have something a little special coming your way this week. Stay tuned.
Spooktober.
Yeah. And of course, if you want to donate to us or give us some dosh, if that's the thing you're interested in, consider going to our Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com/TV Tuners.
And even if you don't have money, our Discord link is on there, and you can talk to us whenever you want.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Or fans, other fans.
You don't have to pay money to go there. Check it out. And with that out of the way, we'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
I found him.
Hey folks, it's time for the TV Tuners Denver Fact of the Week. Ta-da! Did you know that Stairmaster has performed 3 trillion exorcisms in the city of Denver just today?
That's right.